What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte addresses the accusations against him that he faked the injury of his shoulder, and this is what he had to say to and about Otto Wallin. Get this. He said, "I was training. I was ready. I was prepared. Spent a fortune on training camp." He said, "I saw Wallin's complaining he spent $20,000 or something. And I was like, well, try spending 6 times that much. People are saying that I pulled out because of whatever reason. If that was the case, why did I have 4 sparring partners here? I would have pulled out 3 weeks ago or whenever the WBC ruling was. I have the guys here. My whole team's here. We suffered the injury. I wanted to fight. You've got professional people on your team. People use their brain. I use my balls and my muscle. These guys are the brain guys, the surgeons and the doctors. And they told me, if you fight, you're going to risk your career." Those are the words of Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. And my counterpunch to that is, that's a good point. When the ruling came, whoever the winner was, he could have pulled out then if that was the case. He could have the timing, but then, of course, then people could say, though, he was waiting for the winner of that, and Tyson Fury would more than likely give him an opportunity. Versus Deontay Wilder, we wouldn't have really knew what that would have came to be. I mean, Wilder and Whyte would have been a good fight either way, but I don't know, but he could have pulled out early. He could have, if that was just what it was. So he could have, and he did have his camp there, and he had to pay a lot of people a lot of money, but that's the name of the game. You got to pay to play. Okay, if you want sparring partners, you have to pay them, and it's an investment that's coming out of your own pocket. You know what I mean? You got to spend money to make money. So Dillian Whyte knows that. But I think that, Otto Wallin, him fighting Otto Wallin, I think at this point, Otto Wallin wants proof. I think he should give him proof. I think he should give him doctors. He should fax all that to Team Wallin. I think the way they went about it was just too obtuse, okay? Because it was like, hey, yeah, we got an injury, that's it. And then Eddie was like, hey, we could get you another fight. No, I don't want to hear that. And really that we don't have enough information to know that you are like this. But we do know, hey, you're planning to fight Tyson Fury. And I know they're both after the same guy. Otto Wallin wants another crack at Fury, which I think would be a good fight, honestly. Because Otto Wallin has went in there with 12 rounds with him to see what he can do. Then if Tyson can knock out Wilder, he could possibly knock out Otto Wallin. Because he sure the shit didn't do that when he fought him the first time. So, but I feel that, he should just do that as a sign of good faith. And there's more. Wallin and his team are calling the Whyte to reschedule the fight with them, though promoter Eddie Hearn insists he is not contractually obligated to do so. Asked if he'd take the fight instead of possible, Whyte said, yeah, of course. So, I mean, Fury's got the title. And that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I've worked for. I don't even know how much sanctioning fees I've paid. I could have easily abandoned this route and gone down another route years ago. But I've waited and waited and I've waited. So what am I going to do? Fight Otto Wallin and fight Tyson Fury? What are you going to do? It's common sense. Well, I mean, that is. I mean, it's just basically the injury was a blessing in disguise. It was a convenience of Dillian Whyte to not fight and get that Fury showdown. But I think because of that, because of the conveniency and how it looks, again, I think that is a sign of good faith. Send the paperwork over from the doctors or whatever to show proof that, hey, he had this surgery. You know what I mean? That's what I think, But the good thing is, Dillian Whyte said, yeah, he would reschedule, which is good also. So it's not totally like, no, I don't need to, I don't have to. And Eddie Hearn, he'd make that decision, like, because he's looking at a bigger fight, right? So he doesn't care about as much as Otto. He doesn't care much about Otto Wylin's situation as he does his own fighter. That is common sense. You know what I mean? Call it for what it is. It is what it is. So I'm glad that Whyte did respond to it, but I think, he needs to send that over to Wallin so it won't be any bad blood between the team. Bars. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte responding to Otto Wylin's claims that he ducked him. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.